What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Jesus Coin today at the request of, I can't read it, man. I really messed this up. It's Brian Padua, maybe? Brian? For Brian, I know that much at least. We are talking about this for you, my friends. So, Jesus Coin, you guys. Just doing whatever, apparently, man. Looking really good, and then not looking good as soon as it looks good, of course. But not being convincing to the downside either. You are finding support at previous areas of support. It's not a bad look. I like the weekly or the daily RSI. That's the daily RSI. Inevitably, you guys, I do think we're about to see really phenomenal price action, right? We've been consolidating now for, let's see, since really November, the week of November 27th, end of November, beginning of December. Technically the 2nd of December, actually. We've been consolidating for quite some time. So we're getting to the point where we are going to start to grow again. And is it going to be this month? Is it going to be sometime next month? I don't know, but very soon I very much do expect we're going to see new all-time highs. From this high to this low here, we are at the 0.5 area. We have closed above the 382 on a weekly basis. We found support on it last week, or I guess this week currently. We literally found support and we're moving up right now. This is actually very constructive. I think that the next test really is to close above the 618, but truthfully speaking, we all know it's the same test that it's been for a while now, is this high, this closing high at about 603. If we get a day to close above there, it's on, it's on, it's on. And what's on whenever I say that? What do I mean by it's on? I mean price is all the way up at 501. Price is all the way up at 502, around there. Potentially higher than that even, right? Somebody asked a question, is the lack of volume in Jesus Coin concerning to me? To which I answered, yeah, I really don't like it. It's not ideal, but it's not, I should say it's not something it's not ideal, but it's not something that concerns me with the overall growth of the price, because low liquidity, low volume does mean that it's pretty easy to move price up and down, and volume will come with bigger moves. We just haven't really seen any big moves recently, but at a $31 million market cap, a $722,000 24-hour volume supply, it's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal. But to be fair too, we are still consolidating. We're not really like in a move up or a move down right now. That remains to be seen. And I think once we get going, as we did here, the volume starts to come in. And so when the moves matter, when it's time, not when we're consolidating like this, I think as the moves come in, that's where the volume will come in, and that kind of validates the move in itself, right? And all in all, again, low volume, all that means is when we do get bullish, which will probably be, I mean, it could start today, it could start within the next few weeks, who knows? It's going to just be easier to move the price up. I don't think there's anybody who wants to sell. I think that all the people who wanted to sell have sold already. Aside from, bigger wallets manipulating the price or trying to push the price down to get a second chance at loading up before the next pump, aside from something like that happening, I just don't see a reason why this thing's going to go down. Everybody's talking about the Easter pump, and maybe that's a real thing, maybe it's not. We did exist last year during Easter, didn't we? No, we didn't, so we don't have anything to compare off of, but I mean, retrospectively, last year was pretty good, relative to this time frame and the coming months afterwards. Prospectively, I think regardless of what time of year it is, whether it's Easter or not, I think that we have consolidated for enough time. I think we are showing bullish signs, and really the thing that has me pretty damn convinced is this Heikin-Ashi being at a consistent 2-week green right now, looking more solid on this week. I think we are literally right now looking at, in comparison, like we're in the first 2 weeks of this move. Just mine is this big move, right? Imagine this move smaller. We have all this room to grow. I very much do think that we're gonna see that. If we take the high to low here, you went all the way up to your 1414. By that same comparison, if we were to go up to the 1414, then that would be, let's see, from the current price that'd be about a 6x from the current price. That'd be about a 6x from the current price. And being that this from top to bottom was a larger drop than this was, I would assume that we actually see deeper extensions, which could potentially be anything from like an 8.5x to, I mean, dude, we could pull a 29 to 30x from here. We really could before we find our next significant high. And I want to tell you guys this now. Anybody who's watching this video, which I know as the time's gone on, people have just stopped watching these videos, right? You guys were all, I mean, not all of you, but there were a lot more people. I had 1,000 viewers at one point watching Jesus Coin videos as we were moving up here. But since we've been moving down, it went from like 900 views regularly to 600 to 300. I'm not complaining about that. Of course, I'd love to get more views and less views, but that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is I know that there's a few of you, there's like a couple hundred of you that watch these videos regularly, and I'm very grateful for you, but that's not the point. The point is that, what is the point? What was I saying, man? Oh yeah, while I have you here, and it's a shame that it's not more people, but remember this, okay? It's probably really easy to think about right now, okay? Take away everything, that that there will be another high, okay? You're not just going to move up in a straight line. Whenever I was saying this back here, that we likely would correct around the burn date, I didn't sell the top. I planned on doing it, and I didn't do it, man. I was going to sell on the burn date. I should have. Should have, could have, would have, but I didn't. I got scared because I'm like, oh, I'm so close to the end of the year. You know, if I just hold, then I don't have to pay taxes on it. That was my whole, like, logistics thinking of it, but really it would have been more profitable to probably just pay the taxes, you know, sell for profits and pay the taxes, but whatever. Still holding. Now I'm in it for a longer haul, and I won't have to pay taxes until next year, but I will try probably to sell this next top because Jesus does have big swings, but I'm not going to sell personally. I'm not going to sell everything, for one, and then for two, I'm not going to sell until we're at least at the 1618. I'm not going to sell at the 1414. If we top off of the 1414 like we did before, and then we go down, I'm just in it for the long haul, I guess, and then I'll probably hold it for a whole year and get the long-term capital gains. But for now, I am planning on selling the next high, and that's the main point of this part of the conversation is, you guys, it will not move in a straight line. We could see a 30x, okay? We could see a 30x in price. We could see an 8x in price. Somewhere in between, who knows? Maybe less than that. But there will be a point where we do find a high again. So remember that now, right? Don't get all, a lot of people got euphoric over here, and we're saying Jesus Coin is unstoppable, and it's not, you know, it's going to go way, way higher, and it's like, we all know that it's going to go higher. And as the year progresses, you know, these downsides are going to be like kind of forgotten about. It's just going to feel like we've been on one phenomenal ride, but right now it's easier to remember. It's a lot easier to digest the idea that we will not move up in a straight line forever. There will be a time in which to sell, and I'm talking about it even here, even before the move is really getting started. Just be prepared, you guys, because nothing moves up in a straight line, and Jesus Coin itself, from this high to this low, dropped 94.7%. From this high to this low, it dropped 84%. Even if we see something that's half that, that's a 43% drop, man. Like, it doesn't look significant, but that's a pretty significant drop. So if you play your cards right, you might be able to double dip or sell at a good point and rotate into other cryptos. That's kind of what I'm looking to do, but I'm not going to sell everything. And I know that that's kind of like blasphemy to the Jesus Coin community. But you guys, I got in, like, my first purchase was literally on this week down here. I bought in on these lows and these lows, and I bought in on, I didn't buy these lows, but I did buy up here, and I bought over here as well. Like, I bought substantially lower than where we are now, so I'm ready to take profits, okay? I'm very much ready. I mean, what am I at my lowest? Let's see. I'm curious. I'm not trying to brag. I'm like genuinely curious right now. Bragging's not really, I mean, if I'm competing with somebody, you know, I might brag if I like win, but I'm up at like a 13x from my original purchase. So if we see new all-time highs, I'm going to be at, I mean, if we go to where I think we're going to go, we'd probably at least go here, if not higher. I'm going to be at over 100x from my initial purchase. I'm talking about taking profits for a reason, okay? Not going to sell the whole bag, but I'm planning to take profits on this next high, okay? So just understand where I'm coming from. If you bought up here and you want to wait the whole cycle and you want to get more, go for it. You know, if you're buying here and you want to wait for higher prices than that, and likely it probably will go higher than that, then go for it. But I guess I'm just talking about this because this is kind of my opinion, what I'm doing. But anyways, guys, all that to say, all that rambling and ranting to say, I do think we want to go higher. I do think we held the 382. It looks really nice. I think we're getting ready to make higher strides. Oh man. Oh, that was a sneeze. Ooh, I muted it just in time, but I think I muted it. But I think once we close above that 603 area, it's going to be undeniable. It's going to be go time. We're going to see things like this happen again. It's going to be phenomenal. So that could happen. That really could. All that could happen, man. We could be breaking above new all-time highs by the end of this month, if not sometime in April. It really could happen. So that's all I got for you. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. And yeah, man, if you're looking to buy, it's probably one of your like last good opportunities before things really get going. I doubt we go too much lower. I really do, but not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Peace out.